Hello, welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner, the place of the messy hair from flying in right minutes late. Minutes late. I am here now. I gotta take these socks off. All right. When will summer season start? What show will kick it off? Bastard will kick it off. And it starts today. Today is summer season. Congratulations, we made it. E-Class, good to see you as well. About to head home, won't be able to type soon. Well, I hope you can still listen and that the dulcet sounds of my voice bring you home to safety and not anywhere else. Woo! I made it. All right. What do I gotta do? I got to pull up my list. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Boo boo do boo. Oh, where am I going? Your feet are asking what are socks. They haven't seen any in 30 years. Is that a good thing? Is it a good thing to not wear socks? You in a place where you don't have to, and it's just you can roll around in feet all day? All right. Today we're running from the Lucky Cup because I went out and there were just a bunch of fun little different cups. So we are a cup sake for a few days here. We got the 4th coming up, so kampai everyone. Why did I clear my throat right before I took a drink? That was the wrong thing to do. Oh, I'm trying to die. I'm trying to kill myself. That was insane. Whew, don't do that. All right, there we go. Okay, so last night we'll get started with the top sports anime of the season. Birdie Wing, Golf Girls Story. You know what the beautiful part about Birdie Wing ending is that we're gonna get a season 2. It's already coming. They're already like, yeah, next is coming. Don't worry, next is coming. It's gonna be all right, because the only thing I want more than Birdie Wing is more Birdie Wing. That's just how it goes. That is just how it goes. So even though we say adieu to the spring season of Birdie Wing, Golf Girls Story, we're not saying goodbye. We still have more coming. Literally at the end of the season was a preview for the next episode. So I have a feeling that this next season is just gonna pop off. Oh, it says not yet released. When does it? Oh, winter 2023. Okay, so winter 2023 we'll get more Birdie Wing. So I guess it's a wait. Dang, that's a wait. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for Birdie Wing. I wanna watch. I wanna watch. I wanna watch. I wanna watch it all the time. It's true, I do. I really just want to watch it all the time because it's so great. It's so freaking great. I should have separated. I was smart this new time where I actually separate summer 2022 into a like a separate folder. Because now anytime I complete a an anime, it it pops into my completed box, which is now full of all of the 2010s. I needed to have like a Smart Boy where I do a spring 2022 as a separate thing. Maybe last updated. Winter 2023, is that January or December? Big difference. I believe winter 2023 is going to be January. You are correct. There is a huge difference there. But typically with anime, the winter season is the first season of the year. Fall season will go into kind of Christmas time, and then winter will start up in the next line. So like if you look at the list of like spring or winter anime in any year, it's stuff that came out at the beginning of that year usually. Plus you get there's more months of winter, I think, in the beginning of the year. It's a weird thing to have to like think about as I tickled it out in my head brain. Alrighty. What can I do? How can I do this? What is the easiest way to do this going to be? Can I just... Is there not a way to filter this with spring? Nope. That just gives me hot springs. All right. Well, we'll do it this way. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Skeleton Knight in Another World. We started out. If I didn't already introduce it, today's episode is going to be going through all of the anime that we have completed for the season, and then dipping into the anime we dropped, and then dipping into the anime we're still going back and finishing for spring, because today has the first release of a summer anime. So even though something like Couple of Cuckoos is still ongoing, we have to officially pivot. We have to make our switch to the summer 2022 season. We got to change the branding. We got to get marketing on this. We got, all the things that go along with being a ding dong who talks on the internet. So we're going to start with the shows that we completed, and talk about the journey we've been on with all these shows. It's a brain breaker when you think about it. A year has 4 seasons, but there are 2 winters in a year. Yeah, there's like 75% of winter and then 25% of winter every year. Crazy. All right. First one we want to talk about, Skeleton Knight in Another World. Oh, and spoilers all over this episode. Spoilers! In fact, I'm going to open up and edit. I'm going to edit this content. End of season mega show. A very spoiler filled experience. There we go. A little bit of YouTube ASMR for you. Now people know, so they can't freak out at me that I don't have Spoiler Gundam on the screen. Oh, I should get Mustache Gundam and have him be my spoiler image. That's what I'll do. I'll get a Turn A Gundam image, and that'll be the spoiler image as we move forward. All right, let's quit ding-donging around here and let's get into it. Skeleton Knight in Another World. This show started out as your typical isekai, with the untypical part that our isekai protagonist here is a big bony giant. He is a skeleton. He is a lich. He is something. And he has crazy giant like end game armor. So he just plops in and he's got his end game knight set. And it's pretty funny. And instead of the Ainzao goal where he has like a fortress and he's, have like the game, the connections he made in the game. Ass Love Forever, aka Alf, there dropped a like, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you, Alf. We are probably of like minds. So, Kampai, thank you for that like. So he pops into a world and he's like, "Whoa, I'm in the game world." Finds out he's got a lot of the same skills and the powers that he had when he was in the game, but nobody really seems to know him or anything about him. And being a typical, shut-in, he kind of wants to keep it that way. He wants people to not really know he exists. Plus, he's a skeleton, so he doesn't really want to scare people and worry people. Good trash or bad trash? It is good trash. Skeleton Knight. Oh, I can see some problem on my glass. What is this? Skeleton Knight in Another World is a blast. It is a blast. He doesn't want to be figured out or found or noticed. So when he goes to the Adventuring Guild and starts taking quests, he chooses quests that are help a little girl pick some herbs, wherein he ends up saving her life because he's super overpowered. And everybody looks at him because he's in this giant endgame armor, and they're like, "Are you sure you want this quest, sir? You could take the big one." And he's like, "No, this one will be the one that gives me the money I need." It is a very fun one, and it goes from there. And it's an isekai trash video game based one, so it's gonna ramp. And it goes boo, and just flies off the rails very quickly. I love it. The funniest part for me is that either A, there have been past isekai'd people who have brought other parts of Japanese culture to the world, or B, the fact that the elves live in the Canadian maple forest. That made me laugh. One of those audible, like, when I saw that on the subtitle. It was hilarious. It was freaking great. I absolutely loved that. It's one to watch. It's definitely going to have more seasons, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and how they get there. Next, we have Love After World Domination. Easily for me, best of the season. Easily. The balance of the comedy, the way that they could draw like really fun action scenes at the same time, the combination of you've got some ecchi but also badass mixed in, the whole team of gelatos having personalities that I wasn't able to guess. I think that was one of my best parts with the show, is when Pistachio looks at a picture of the Reaper Princess of Decimi and is like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh, he's gonna notice, because he's like the solemn samurai guy in the team, the one meditating and doing green tea and that kind of thing. I was like, oh, he's going to realize it's her. And then we get to the episode, and he has a history with her. And it's like, oh, now this is fantastic. I was guessing something totally different. And now we're getting this interesting backstory where the recruitment arm of Gelato has this, and this going on. Like, it's just fantastic fun. I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers, of the Super Sentai genre. So, I'm excited for the Kamen Rider show next season, if it, sticks to actual animation. And that's something this show does. This show has a lot of really good 2D animation. Plus, it gave us Culver and Bear, who is one of the funniest little characters. Let me see if I can pull this up kind of quickly. Also, we got Fudo and Decimi to the number 1 in the couple charts. So there's that. Him being scared was funny. Here we go. I can do it real quick. It gave us one of the best images, the best couples of the season. We have Culver and Bear. And the Steel Princess of the Wabo princess size, Culverin Bear with his lei and his beach attire. Just because we're at the beach doesn't mean it's a vacation. He says being fed a pina colada crazy mixed drink by his busty girlfriend. Oh. Well, you know which spot in the top 5 it goes for me, because I have been singing this show's praises since the day I saw it. It has been the one to watch for me. It's the show this season that put me back in the gym. And if you want to keep track, make sure I'm staying on course with my cut. You can follow on my locals page. I am posting a snip. I've got one of those like Bluetooth scales that measures you and all that. So I'm putting a snip of my weight up there every day, so that everybody can keep me accountable. Say, hey, you want a cut? You want abs? You want those abs? Do you want them? Do you want them? Do it. So keep me accountable by going to blainsescapecorner.locals.com, link in the description. But yeah, last season, getting ready for a Fudo cosplay has caused me to start working out. Just like this season, Bastard is going to make me work out. We've got dudes who look like a freaking Dorito made of muscle, swinging giant swords and cleaving skeletons in half, and sorceresses that have like no clothes on. It's a show that's gonna be like, hey, ding dong, get in the gym. So hopefully it lines up well with when I finally get to start bulking again, and it's still going on, because I'm gonna need that muscle motivation, and Camelot can't carry me on his shoulders the whole time. They are strong, broad shoulders, but we'll see. But yes, the Love After World Domination, again, it is my top for the season. I know more people are going to like Spy Family. I know more people are going to like Ya Boy. Couple of Cuckoos is really fun. Like, there's a lot of really good shows this season. I gotta stay true to my heart. I was a little kid, 6, 7 years old, with a stuffed red Power Ranger with like the plastic helmet on the stuffed animal. So like, if your sister got a hold of it, she'd whack you with the plastic head. It's good. It's good. And I love Power Rangers. I have to keep my love after World Domination. And only just crossing my fingers. I don't want season 2. I want spin-off season. I want it to continue from today's date, go forward, but follow Blue, as Blue and Beast Princess fall in love. I want it. Give it to me. Please give me Beast Princess Blue as the sequel. That would make me so happy. And to have like Haru find out, like Pink Ranger finds out, and then, or Pink Gelato, I should say. And then she's like, oh, yeah, maybe if you get to know her, she won't be evil anymore. And then, we won't have to fight her, and just sort of like tease and push and try to make it happen. So that's my hope for the next one. I'm never going to work out again. Every time I'm in shape, I get in fights. Go over that shit. Stick to being unhealthy, out of shape. I'm on the couch. As long as you're not so unhealthy that it becomes a health concern, because you could be healthy and not working out and like jacked, but like, I don't know. Unless the act of working out increases your testosterone and makes you just get punchy, maybe. But yeah, don't be unhealthy, be healthy. You don't have to be jacked, but you can be healthy. So, I definitely think you should be healthy. Ya boy, Kong Ming. Your boy Kong Ming, for me, came in like a wrecking ball, because I had seen the Chica chica bam bam, a chica chica bam bam. The intro song, but it was on High Dive, so I hadn't seen it until about halfway through the season. I finally picked up High Dive and was able to binge it. And oh boy, did we have a fun show with ya boy Kong Ming. We rip Kong Ming out of ancient China and transport him to modern day with no explanation, nothing needed. We just are like, what if? And we make it happen, and he's there in Halloween, and he thinks it's hell, and then he runs into a girl who has a beautiful voice, and he's going to make sure that her voice is heard by the world. Best part of the show, there's two best parts to this show that one of them I just found out, the other one that comes in the final episode. The one I just found out is that the owner's name canonically is Owner. The owner of the bar in which everybody works does not have a canonical name at this point. It unsurprising to me, but also very funny. So I thought that was kind of hilarious. Also, just the fact that the evil manager has a history in what is essentially Lordy made me very, very happy. You had no idea. Yeah, me neither. But then you're thinking about it, you're like, yeah, nobody says his name. What is his name? His name's like Owner Katsuya or something like that. Like, just doesn't have... Oh yeah, Goblin Slayer, the place with no names. Who are you? I'm the owner. What's your name? Owner. It's like Orphan Stabber. Who are you? Orphan. What are you? Orphan. But anyway, so your boy Kong Ming following an ancient general around as he uses ancient general tactics in the modern era in order to help a up-and-coming star become the best, an up-and-coming rapper get back on his feet. Just really, really fantastic. Really shooting for that World Peace Award. And I'd give it to him. I'd give him the World Peace Award after seeing that first season. Quite fantastic, quite lovely. Next! Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody! This show starts out like essentially isekai trash. We've got reborn instead of killed and sent to another world. So it's the same world, but it's far enough in the future that when they bring the soul back, he's super OP. So because of course he is. Because of course becoming average from your past life doesn't ever work in anime. Good trash. Good trash. That about 7 episodes in says, hey, you know that good trash you're watching? What if we do something different? And then they go do something different that starts out like, okay, I can see this as like an episode arc or two episode. Wait, 3? And then you get to the point where you can guess it. You know what the twist is, but when they reveal the twist, you're like, oh, I was just saying what I thought would be interesting. And you get a fascinating 4-episode arc where you're like, okay, the beginning of this was generic trash that I love. That was my salt and vinegar potato chips, just a pack of Lay's because they're always exactly the same. But those last 4 episodes are a bag of Tim's Cascade salt and vinegar, or a bag of kettle chips. You know, you never know when you get a bag of Tim's or a bag of Kettle because they're a little more small batch. So you could get really good salt and vinegar balance, or you could get almost no vinegar and it's just a salty chip. You never quite know what you'll get, but when it's good, it's light years better than a bag of Lay's. So you start out with some Lay's, and then someone shows up to the party and is like, hey, what about these better chips? And you open them up, and sure enough, they are better. And you're like, whoa, I guessed this would be better because I know it's a better branded chip, but you never know. And then it turned out that it was a better chip when I put it in my mouth. Why haven't we been eating this chip the entire party? So I'm a little cranky that we didn't have this more interesting idea being fleshed out earlier in the series. But it appears to be a little more long running, so maybe it's going to go do other things. But it's good trash that has an arc at the end that you're like, wow, this is actually really cool. From 08 to 16, tripled your weight. 17 to now, quit doing voluntary work and started living on your couch doing nothing but watch anime streams and gaming. Lost half your body weight that way. Well, that's good. Interesting. Just something to do instead of eating, maybe, because losing weight is all about not eating. Like, you can work out as hard as you want, but if you eat more than you're burning, you're gonna gain weight. So you definitely can lose weight purely with diet by just eating less. I use diet in the actual term of like the things you eat, and not in the term of like, oh, we're on the keto diet, or whatever it is. It's like just it means the things you eat. So yeah, I mean good job losing half that weight. So if you tripled your weight and then you've lost half your weight, you're down to 1.5 times what you weighed in 08 would be, I think, my math, if it's working. It has a pretty bad rating. You'll take my word for it and give it a watch. Dude, it deserves a 6 on like the world's scale. Like, it is dark-haired isekai protagonist who gets a cute elf girl and a busty succubus, and then everybody loves him because he's super powerful and everybody wants his babies. All you know how it works. It is just crunch good. But then it twists, and at first you're like, this is different. And then those 4 episodes, if it was just those 4 episodes at the end there, I'm talking an 8. Like it's suddenly like, this is interesting. This is kind of a unique take on the isekai OP genre. I like where this is going. I'd like to see stuff like this more often, but a lot of shows don't want to tackle it just because it can get a little confusing, and which may give away a little bit about what happens. But yeah, no, it's just meh. Like, again, Lay's potato chip, perfectly average. For me, an average isekai is like a 6. And then it just is like, wow, this is way better than the whole rest of the series. I hope we get more interesting stuff like this, or this ties into something in the future, because it's really interesting. Greetings and salutations, one man show. We are going through the end of spring, as you may see there. We are, of course, spoiling some things. So if you are sensitive to spoilers, do be ready to cover your ears. But should be fun, should be good. Just going through what we have personally finished at this point. Then we'll go through our drops, and then we'll go through the shows that we still have to finish, or still want to finish. That's more what I look at. The rating for Birdie Wing has shot up since the finale. That upsets me so much, because the only thing I can think is that people have finished other shows or given up on other shows, and they're going back and binging Birdie Wing. That's what I hope it is, because the first half of Birdie Wing is so much better than the second half. The underground golf gambling, the friends that are losing their house, the, are we going to be able to pay the bills? Are we going to be able to keep the cops out of our business? Like, all of that is so much more interesting to me than the tournament arc. Like, the tournament arc is good because it's a tournament arc. We're getting introduced to more characters. We're seeing some back episodes and all this kind of stuff. But you haven't seen the last 2 episodes. Well, then you know that she's in Japan, right? You've gotten to that point. But it definitely makes that transition from the crazy world that it is, switching over to the just like a tournament arc, basically, what it's getting into. We mods have come together and decided to become the racist against Greek mods. You have no say in this play. Golf, so not my jam. Have you seen it? I hate watching golf. Golf is the most boring thing in the world to watch. I like playing golf because you swing a club and hit a ball and knock it as far as you can until it gets into a tiny hole. Like, it's pretty fun. But watching it, like sports, like I hate watching the Masters. I've been to some places where they're like, oh, we're going to watch the Masters. I'm like, oh, I hate you people. I really do. I can't believe you enjoy watching this. But Birdie Wing, the underground golf gambling anime, is amazing. And it's made by the same people who do Gundam. So her coach is literally Amuro Ray. Literally. His name's Amuro Ray. Pretty fun to watch with others. I don't know what you're tripping. Have you watched? What? Oh. You know what does rev my engine is Eve from Birdie Wing. Oh my goodness. I love the bet. If you make a mistake, you give me a hamburger. Oh, that was a cute one. And then if I make a mistake, I'll give you a kiss. That's adorable. That's when it gets into just the tournament, the Yuri Arc tournament. Anyone wants me to play golf, they better wear riot gear because I'll smack them on the head. That's not how golf works. That's not how it works at all. Your grandpa watches golfing. You don't think he'd make other people watch it? I know. It's just my thing. But you don't have to sit here and try to appease grandpa. Not live, but on TV where everybody can pick someone to hate and make fun of. It's great. Huh. Never thought about that. I'm pretty sure we don't rev Eve's engine. I think you could throw down some bets. I think you could play to the gambling instinct and get her going. Oh my goodness. You guys are silly. But no, it is a very, very good show that has gone into its tournament arc. So it's really not even been about golf up until like a couple episodes ago. I will hit people. Maybe don't type that online. Just we all get it. I've been watching Bastards, only 2 episodes left to go. Oh, you are so much farther ahead. Oh, I need to get on it. I had to finish doing a pergola today, and we were doing work. I'm so sick of doing work. I don't want to do work anymore, but I just got another approval, which means I have more work to do. I'd like to watch more anime, please, but work leads to money that lets me be able to watch anime, so I'll take it. But oh my goodness, I am so stoked for Bastard. I cannot wait. That freaking theme song, so good. Standing at the gates of hell. It cried more. Oh, still wanting more. That's what it is. Oh, so good. Next from Spring, hold on. Was doing gacha pulls on the latest banner. Pulled twice as many 5-star units as expected, but none of them were the rate up unit you wanted. Then also got the rate up 6-star. Suffering from success. Did I finish Executioner? No. I think the funnier part is I only have 1 episode left. Because I've seen Pandemonium. Is Pandemonium 11? I forget if that's a 12 or a 13, but I've seen the beginning of the fight with Pandemonium, and I have yet to finish it. You've seen Bastard, but it can't be that good because you can't freaking remember the story. But then again, I watch it so much, not everything gets stored in memory. You liked the ending. You're liking it so far. More entertaining than Spriggan. Interesting. I feel like no one knows what Spriggan is anymore. Like, I remember when Spriggan was a show, but I also only remember, like, superpowered gene fighters. Like, I don't even, like, it's such a vague memory in my brain that I don't know what to do with it. So I'm worried that the beginning of Spriggan is going to have to really explain a lot. Just be like, in the world of Spriggan, we blah, 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 blah. Based on an Irish folk it'll be a little boring, but we'll see. I am stoked to see some Spriggan though, but dude, OG Bastard may not have left a bit of an impression because it came out at the same time that a lot of other really fun, like at the time that the original Bastard came out, we also had Ninja Scroll and Guyver and all this stuff that was like crazy fun fantasy, blowy up sci-fi, aliens and explosions and blah blah, right? Now we get Bastard and we're like, dude, guts, rip and tear, and it's like, woo. You watched Spriggan 2 weeks ago, you can't remember what it was about. I'm worried about that. I'm worried I'm gonna watch Spriggan, I'm gonna forget it in a minute. But before I watch Spriggan, we will say goodbye to Spy Cross Family, the show that did what we thought would be impossible. It had 2 studios with 2 separate groups of animators working on alternating episodes in order to produce a show with less overtime and less hard work by the animators, more time spent actually making it look good. And they made it for 11 episodes look like the same show. Like every single show, you were like, yeah, this matches the previous show. Everything works. We've heard about how the COVID at home restrictions made it so it was a lot easier to telecommute as far as making sure everybody was on the same page. And then in episode 12, they were like, what were we doing? What if, people like penguins, right? And you're like, what? Why are we at the aquarium? Why are we talking about penguins? Did you forget about the dog? I want the dog. Don't wait a season to let me see the dog. Give me the dog now. You tease the dog. Give me the dog. This show, I have been saying the whole time, I am holding off on saying best of the season until it finishes because it's very, very good. It's very good. I can tell it's going to have more seasons. I can tell it's going to be a good show. It's continuing to be well done. Lots of shows are good. Lots of shows are well done. Can't be best of the season when the last episode makes me cranky that I don't see the dog. You know what Love After World Domination did? It said, hey, you know you love this couple? What if we take that little bit of a fight and bring them back together, and then you get that big welling excitement when like the thing that they were gonna do becomes a bigger thing that they're now gonna do? Let's do that. And you're like, wow, yeah, love. But Spy Family, you're like, where's the dog? I don't need the dog arc. I just need them to get the dog. Obligatory penguin episode? What is this? Aquatope on the white sands? I don't even know obligatory pengy. I need the dog. I just need them to pick it up. They could start with pick up the dog and like, oh, now we have a dog. We should go to aquarium. Okay, fine. Or like, you know, oh, he must be getting a dog to make it look like his family's doing well, even though he's out late at night. You know, you could do the same thing with the neighbors, just with the dog. Last episode, what is that special for the What? What? What are you talking about? When you saw the Claymore, you weren't like, they're gonna cut a cake. And then you're like, oh no, the cake got smushed. This thing turns into things. He's gonna eat the cake and then it's gonna be a big cake and they can cut the cake because his arm hurts and it's going to be beautiful. They're going to work together and like, I freaking love it. I freaking loved it. It was so good. It wasn't even that special. Like, I know Lod has some bangers, but they ended very well. The best character in Lod is Kiki. I was speaking previously that I hope we get Lod season 2, but it's just called Lod Codename Blue or Lod Blue. And then we follow from this day forward with Blue realizing that the person that he keeps falling in love with is the Beast Princess. And then Haru is like, oh, you like the Beast? Maybe I can help. We can help turn her, make her good. And so like she tries to encourage him. And so we get basically Haru and Blue courting the Beast Princess. I hope that's where it goes. It was another strong episode, but it wasn't special. Wasn't special. I think it was, but wait, don't you have like 3 kids, or at least like a third on the way or something like that? Don't you know the special feeling when you cut that cake and you smash it in each other's mouths? It's a good feeling. Good feeling, even if it's not like a real thing. Haven't watched that one yet. Oh, it is so good. Love After World Domination, again, is my number 1 of the season. I can promise you it's because of how much I love Power Rangers, how much I grew up with that tokusatsu genre. So Power Rangers, kaiju stuff will tend to just interest me more because of my history with it. And then again, Spy Family really just, oh, how about a filler arc for their last episode? Like, come on, bro. Put that filler arc before this one then, so that we end the season like, we might see a doggy. Like, end it there. It would have been better. It would have been better for me if they had ended it at 11 episodes and then dropped an OVA of the, aquarium episode. How did I forget the word aquarium? Stupid brain. You saw my Twitter praising it as if it was a masterpiece, but it wasn't as good as you thought it might be. I did like it though. Spycross Family didn't have a phenomenal last episode. We still liked it. Obligatory Penguin OVA. Yeah, we need the Oppo. To be fair, I tweeted that immediately after finishing the episode, so I was very high on my excitement, but I can promise you that is how I felt the second it ended. I loved it. The adrenaline, the welling up, the emotional, like, I need to help them, but there's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to have this weird psychosomatic reaction where I feel like I can help. I love it. Never want your own kids. Oh, that's fine. As long as you're good with kids. Not everybody needs kids. Risk bring more mentally ill kids in the world. I don't know. Is that how it works? I don't know if that's how it works. Unless you're just talking about the general chance of someone having a mental illness, then sure, I get it. But I don't know if yours translates via sperm. Advise watching 11 and 12 in reverse order. Yeah, that would be better. That would have been better. I mean, honestly, you can stick 12 anywhere. Feel free to praise Lod. It deserves more praise than it's getting. I know. And at the end of the day, it's how I feel. So even if someone else is like, well, that was still good. Like honestly, right? Like your response is, it was good. It just wasn't that special. Like the fact that you're mitigating it with saying it just wasn't that good means it's still good, right? It's not like, you liked that show? What kind of freak degenerate are you? Like, we'll get to freak degenerate stuff, I'm sure, but we all know Lod is great. Also good. Also surprised me. RPG Real Estate. I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. I was expecting cute girls doing cute things, doing real estate work. and that I would watch an episode or two and then drop it. And we ended up with weird fantasy world where everybody has an RPG class and they actually are that class, but then they aren't like doing that class. They're like, they have other jobs around town. They just happen to be also a witch or also a healer, also a fighter. We have a weird dark undercurrent that starts to grow as Dragon starts attacking outside the area, and then we find a prison underneath the city, and then we start to suspect certain things, and it just gets darker, until it then goes black. Like the ending of RPG Real Estate, I will not spoil. I was amazed that they did what they did. I know if you've seen it, what they did at the very end sort of changes things, but the fact that the almost ending happened is amazing. Freaking amazing. Real estate planning guide. Yep. This entire show, like you watching this right now. I'm not necessarily speaking to my audience because some of my audience started seeing this, but I'm talking to you, the person on YouTube who is watching this as a replay, and you happen to get 40 some odd minutes into my video. RPG Real Estate may bore you because it's cute girls doing cute things that happen to deal with houses and the economy and all that, finding people where they want to live. And you may be like, oh yeah, they're eating cake, blah, blah, blah. Watch it. That last episode is worth, if they were all boring, that last episode is worth it. Skip to the end? No. Skip to the end? No. Maybe skip to 10? Maybe skip to 10. But you gotta really watch the whole thing. It's so good. And that ending makes it so worth it. 100%. True. Heartfelt. You thought the last episode would end similar to that? So good. So good. I was not expecting it. You could have told me that's how it ended. I'd have been like, ha, okay. Like, I would not have believed you if you told me that. Didn't miss all the buildup, would not recommend skipping. Yes, 100%. 100%. Like, you've got to see it. You got to see it grow. You got to see the late night things. You got to get to it. Definitely. But trust me when I say, this is some anime that needs to be seen. Boom! Healer Girl! Do y'all remember when we were picking out the shows we were going to watch for spring 2022? And if you don't, you can go back and rewatch that episode. It was like my first ever episode, I think, that I ever did on the channel. RPG Real Estate is the actual title. That is correct. It is RPG Real Estate. Fudosan. RPG Fudosan, if you want the Japanese title. Very good. Anyway, start of this channel, we scrolled through all of the anime that we wanted to watch for spring. And we came across Healer Girl. And it has a picture of 4 girls wearing bags. Sacks, if you will. Tablecloths, perhaps, with bows. And music notes around them. And we read the description. The world can be healed through music, and these 3 girls want to make it happen. Meet Kana Fuji, Reimi Itsushiro, and Hibiki Morishima, 3 healers in training at the Kurasama Phoniatric Clinic, learning the art of healing patients' illnesses and injuries by singing. Join them on this musical adventure of kind-hearted, powerful miracles sung to heal the world. And we said, meh. Good trash or bad trash? Yes, they're in trash bags. They're in great trash bags, it turns out, because we watched the first episode of this show and we're like, wait a minute. This isn't just music in anime. This is a musical. They're singing about cleaning the place as they clean the place, and it's moving through and adding to characters, and it's doing what it needs to do as far as like a moving through the plot song should. And then we get the healing song, and the healing song, you're like, this is a power move. This is a super move. This is insane. What are we doing here? And then I find out, thanks to Full Frontal Moe, that the director is the same guy that did G-Fighter Gundam. And I was like, oh my goodness, the guy that made the Burning Finger Gundam and the Windmill Gundam and the Tequila Gundam. He's the guy that made Healer Girl. Turns out he was like, I've always wanted to do something with music. So I pitched the idea and they said yes. And it was like, oh, okay. Is that all it takes? Holy crap. So they built a band. They built the Healer Girl band around the series so that they could have amazing singers. So the voice actors are also singing, and it's great. Yasuhiro Irie. Oh my goodness. This guy's been storyboarding for years. He was a director on Scorching Girls Ping Pong. He was a director on an FMA OVA. Did key animation for Full Metal Alchemist. Key animation. He was animation director way back in Rasfion. Episode director in Rasfion or Razion or however the heck you want to say it. Key animator for the original Spriggan. I mean, this guy's did key animation for Macross Plus. Been around. Been in the industry. Been doing things. Freaking crazy. Just freaking amazing. So freaking good. I can't believe that we got this good of a show about something that sounds so boring. Oh, oopsies, I lost my tab. So anything I read now that I'm like, man, that seems kind of boring. I always have to like kind of weigh it with well, you know what? I thought Healer Girl was going to be boring. And Cuckoo's had a really weird description. Crazy. Freaking crazy. Birdie Wing Golf Girl story has completed. It's fantastic. We got Golf Girls Undergrad Anime. I have praised it. I will continue to praise it. I think it's fantastic. Everyone should watch it. It's so much more than just the game of golf. It also has Gundam in it because they own Gundam. So, of course, Sunrise is going to make a good show that includes Gundam stuff as well. Just literally Gunpla in the show. Something as simple as that, as one of the characters really likes to build Gundams. It's just so fun. So fun, so silly. I think we only have one more show that we completed from the spring 2022 season, and I believe it was a movie called Bubble. Anybody watch Bubble? Or did you take my advice and not watch Bubble? I believe my exact phrasing was, if you've got to vacuum the living room for like an hour and you want something on the TV while that happens, Bubble is beautiful. Bubble looks great. Exciting Bubble is not. Bubble is the opposite of Healer Girl. Where Healer Girl had a boring description and then the show ended up being great. Bubble, the description is post-apocalyptic parkour adventures where teams compete to see who survives. That sounds exciting. But then you watch it and you're like, there are no steaks. I want some steaks. I need some meat. Give me something. It's gorgeous. Your 6-year-old really likes it. Perfect. It is a gorgeous Little Mermaid reinterpretation. Just fantastic. It's just so boring. There's just not much else to say about it. Like, it was just not what I wanted it to be. And thinking about it, I fell asleep during it because you can't remember the ending. Yeah, because halfway through, you're like, oh, there's no problem with being in the bubble world. Okay. I was in a place where I had to be ready to leave to actually drive away from, so I wasn't able to fall asleep, but I can promise you I would have fallen asleep during that. And I rarely fall asleep during shows. That's not a thing I do. It's just not in my nature. Not in my blood. Oh, there's too dang many shows to scroll through. Okay, yes. One more series that we finished. Shin Ikki Tousen. We saw Ikki Tousen on the spring list. We said, oh, Ikki Tousen. That's kind of it's interesting. I haven't seen Ikki Tousen in a while. I wonder if it'll be fun, if it'll be the same. And then we saw it was only 3 episodes, and we're like, huh, what could they possibly do? And then we watched Shin Ikki Tousen. It came out a little late in the season. There's only 3 episodes. And when that first episode popped, if you didn't know what Ikki Tousen was, oh, baby. This gave me the feeling. Like, I've seen the original Ikki Tousen. And watching this, I was still a little confused at the first episode because I just didn't remember. And then watching this, I felt like I was at the video store. Those used to exist. And I had grabbed a thing that had a cute schoolgirl on it. It was like, oh, this looks interesting. Read the back and it said, in a time where students fight using the Magatama that channel the ancient Chinese generals, so-and-so is going to battle to see if she can become the #1 in Japan. And I'd be like, oh, that sounds fun. I'll watch this. And then you pump it in, and then you realize that you grabbed like the 2nd episode of a thing, and you're like, I don't know what's happening, but I love it. How are these people wearing tissue paper, but their skin is so strong? That sword destroyed a building and her clothes, but her skin is fine. Yes, one-man show. You watched it a million years ago, just like the rest of us. Back in what, 2002? Only give me a second, I can pull it up. Not the source, I want the prequel. Oh, the prequel was Western Wolves. That was more recent. Western Wolves was 2019. Extravaganza Epic was in 2014. Shugaku is 2011. Extreme Executor with X's instead of EX's for each of the words. That was a 2010. Great Guardians was 2008. Dragon Destiny was 07. When did the get me to the original? Here we go. Battle Vixens. 2003. 2003, the original Ikki Tousen came out. Ikki Tousen Battle Vixens. That might as well be another planet. That was almost 20 years ago that the original Ikki Tousen came out. Favorite of the year is still my dress-up darling. I probably agree. I probably agree with that. Skeleton in Another World, E-Class, I remember from Commonplace to the World's Strongest. You remember Overlord, King's Avatar, and plenty of others. Oh my goodness. Yeah, about no, it's just a 500,000 years though. It's just half of a million. Let's see. Best of the season. So by popularity, we've got Spy Family, Attack on Titan Part 2, and Dress Up Darling. Dress Up Darling, you know. We did talk about Skeleton Knight. We did. How it's pretty good. Pretty dang good. Very fun. Oh, I probably should limit this to, this is gonna show me stuff that's coming too. Let's just do winter and spring. Demon Slayer, Arifureta. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm with you on Dress Up Darling, honestly. As far as shows that I would recommend someone watch to get into anime, who's seen lots of anime, who's just interested in Japan, who's just interested in cosplay, like that show covers a lot of things that I would recommend for people. So I think for me, I'm right there with you. Now, Couple of Cuckoos might pop up because I like Nagi's character. I think the thing that stops Cuckoos from being able to take it though, just in my like the asshole part of my brain, is that damn CG Nagi. If we didn't have CG Nagi, I think Cuckoos would be right up there for me, depending on how it ends and how it goes. What else? Brandon asked me if he should watch Aoashi. I was like, I don't like soccer. I've watched so many soccer anime at this point, like at least started them and just been like, nope, not about it. Don't ask me. Ask someone who likes soccer anime, because I ain't about it. Just watched Hunter x Hunter Last Mission movie the other day. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna watch Hunter x Hunter. There's more Hunter x Hunter chapters coming out. I should watch Hunter x Hunter. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. I should watch Hunter x Hunter. There's more Hunter x Hunter coming out. It's got more likes and retweets than anything on the internet has ever had in its life, except for maybe the egg. Maybe the egg had more likes. You guys don't even remember the egg. No one remembers the egg. That's why I win, because I remember the things that people don't. My Dress Up Darling has by far the best characterization for you, and Marin is too good and likable. Gojo, pretty good too. What's your thoughts on Roe v. Wade? I don't watch boxing. What are those quotes from? I don't know. Are those actual quotes, or are you asking me on what my thoughts are? Because most of my thoughts involve other people not quite understanding what's happening and not realizing that a ruling doesn't make something illegal. It makes it so that states can pass laws and regulations about it. Posted in the Discord. Oh man, did I say that? Was I drunk? Join the Discord if you want to see the drunk ramblings of a madman. You just watched it because you watch a movie every now and again. Soccer's the same as golf to you. Interesting. I always think soccer should be better as an anime. Oh, it's like just now. Today, a minute ago. Okay. Okay, now it makes sense. That's oh, that's funny. That's way funnier than what I was thinking. Oh man, I don't know. Rose coming out with all those victories. I don't know if Wade's gonna keep up into the first round. I think it's a joke. I hope it's a joke. It's definitely hilarious. I laughed at it. She's so serious. She's so angry. She's like, I don't know. Get out of here, nerd. Like, that's what her face says. Go away, nerd. We've all heard it. We all know it. Love the nerdy geek out moments too. Yes. Anytime that the characters on screen do something that you know or enjoy or have been about, is always for a good time. Oh, what else? What else we got? Oh, that's right. We got to go through the freaking stupid sometimes. Let's talk about what we dropped because this season had some droppers. Team sports in general don't have appeal to you. Bad experience in high school. People got hurt emotionally or physically. If you don't like team sports, then why do you not like golf? Tomodachi game. We'll get to it. So one of the first drops of the season for me. Oh, physically. Oh dear. Aharen-san wa hakarenai, or Aharen-san is indecipherable, or I can't understand Aharen-san. About a cute little girl who can't speak up. I hope that clipped the mic. Did that clip the mic? I don't know, but I did scream a little bit, but not my screamiest scream. So maybe we can clip it a little bit more later. I love the main character in this, and it made this a really annoying one for me to drop. I love our dude bro who's like, you know what? In middle school, I was kind of boring, but in high school, I'm going to reinvent myself. And to reinvent myself, I'm going to talk to a girl. And then he turns and sees the most boring, impossible to communicate girl he has ever seen in his life. And he's like, here I go. Oh, hello. And she just can't speak. She just can't speak. It was so annoying. You dropped Shikimori and I'm quitting heroing. Someone told you I would regret dropping Shikimori. Shikimori gets better after episode 12. You enjoy Aharen-san. Bro, this has got to be just like personal experience coming out because I'm a salesman. I have been in sales almost my entire life. I did a short stint as a delivery driver. I'm a business owner now. Like it's just sales and selling things or myself and my skills is just part of what I do. So I can talk to and I can communicate with and I can fix most people's deal given the correct amount of money and my ability to acquire the service to make it right. You know, the person who comes in and you're like, hey, how's it going? And they don't say, hey. They just look at something. And you're like, okay, well, maybe they, didn't notice or, they don't want to talk right now because, oh, it's a salesman. I better not talk to the salesman. I'll give them some space. And you come back because you can see them staring at something. You're like, hey, would you like to hold that? Can I pull that out for you? Can I grab that? Do you want that? Do you want to hold it, touch it, feel it, maybe take it home? Like whatever the word of the day was, you go up and you're like, hey, I see you've been staring at that thing. Can I pull it out of the case and hand it to you? Get it in your hands and see what you think. And they just don't say anything. Not a yes, not a no, not an eye contact, not anything like that. And you just can't communicate with these people. And then like an hour later, they just kind of wander over and they're like, can I have that? And you're like, sure. Sure, you can have that. What is that? That. And they just kind of point at a thing. And you're like, this? No. That. This? Yeah. I get it. I get it. Some people just don't have the ability to like socially communicate things that are important or things that they need. But like the simple, hey, I like that. Sure. No. Sure. No. Something. Give me something. Just say something so that I know that you're a living human and not some sort of weird android who has come to like scan the room with their eyeballs and then take it back to your headquarters where you can rebuild the Target or the little small retail shops I've worked for in the past. Like, it's immediately in Aharen-san, I saw all of those people at once. I was like, I can't watch it. So similar to me, Love After World Domination. I just couldn't stick around with Aharen-san. It's funnier than I'm describing, though. You do get why I don't like it. It would be infuriating in real life. Yeah. No, and again, you love it. I'm pretty sure Paru loves it. I remember her saying that like she quite enjoys the show, but I think she also reads the manga, so she knows where it's going, or whatever that is. And it's just, again, it's hard for me to separate the thousands of people I've talked to like that, and that show. It makes 20 minutes feel like an hour. Can't keep watching it. For once we agree, Michael. For once we agree. You're keeping your spot on the anti-bot task force. Don't love it, just enjoy it. Someone enjoy it. I'm not going to stop you from enjoying something you enjoy. I've got my reasons, and you're okay with it, and you're enjoying it somewhat, and I'm okay with that. So we're all good at the end of the day. I don't have a fence post up my asshole, but I can sit on this side, you can sit on that side, and we can be perfectly happy neighbors. That's the beauty of this community. Howdy ho, neighbor. Oh, actually mute or something? You mean like a silent voice? A fantastic and beautifully sweet show involving someone who is deaf? And one of the rare instances in which I felt that representation was really important to the show when they hired an actual deaf actress to do the dub. I loved that show. That show was great. You've never seen a silent voice? You have to watch it, and watch it in the dub. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Lol, you have it the other way around. You have quiet people around, and you'd rather have quiet people around than people who talk a lot. There's a difference between quiet people and people who don't talk. They're sort of like, as the limit approaches zero, it drops to infinity. Like, these people are quiet and they're okay, and then this little gap of people, I can't stand to be around. Talking about fences your neighbors don't like. Every time you get a new one, they build a fence between me and them. Hey, free fence! You know how expensive a fence is to build? How you holding up there, neighbor? My, that show you've got there has been looking very boobalicious lately. Why, thank you, neighbor. I like to make sure the old pie are growing this time of year, so, keep them watered. You love that gap of people? Hey, you know what? That's what you're here for. You're here to love the people that don't talk even when you talk to them. That is your people. And to each their own. That's why there's a bajillion of us on this planet. Because we can't all get along with like everybody. We all have to have our little niche groups that we can communicate and interact with. Some of us just have like I can. It's just so much work for me to interact with someone like that I'd rather not relax and spend time with them, if that makes sense. Number 2 on my drop list here, I have Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. We've discussed this one a few times. Title should be My Healer is a Pain in the Ass, because the healer is a pain in the ass. And the Japanese word mendokusai means pain in the ass. It means annoying. It means anything but don't hurt me. It really doesn't mean that at all. And this whole like, I'm a cute healer girl. Oh no, what happened? This could have a fantastic twist where we find out that she got some sort of weird history that makes sense for why she acts the way she does, why she if she's continuing what she is. But goodness, I dropped it first episode. And you know what the clincher was for me on dropping this? Was the congratulations on watching the first episode. Now we're going to show you every character we're going to meet throughout the entire series and label the episode we meet them in. Episode 2 are these little ghosties. Episode 3 is something like a skeleton. Episode 4, I think, was a rhino. Episode 5, we've got a little mushroom. And it was like, why are we singing about spoilers? I already don't care about this, but holy crap. Yes, Asla Forever, aka Alf. We're not fence sitting, so we want to make sure that all of our buttholes are clear of fence posts. So if you can get on that, that would be fantastic. Dropped it after the first episode. I did too. And then it was like a day, there was nothing else to watch, and my wife was like, maybe it gets better. And I was like, all right, we have nothing else to do right now. And it's like almost bedtime. So if it sucks, we'll just like turn it off. So we got like halfway through the second episode. And I was just like, nope, this is the same stupid shit. My priestess is a bitch. Yeah. Mendokusai. Usually I end up hearing this word. And it's funny because I know what it is. So like someone in Japan will be talking, and I will talk with them, and my Japanese is really good in a bar talking to somebody about their day, about work, about the food we're eating. They tell me a story, and I can pick out some of the nouns and verbs, and I'm very good at kind of following along, and I give enough of the oh, so desu. And I understand it enough as we're talking, but if you have like a one-on-one conversation with someone when you're like trying to speak Japanese, and then you're like, I just don't, like, I don't understand what you just said. And then they're like, mendokusai. I'm like, oh, hi, mendokusai. Because it's not like a super common word in Japanese, but like they usually say it in that instance, and I know what it means. So they're always then surprised that I know what it means, and then they go back into like speaking way more Japanese than I understand. So yes, mendokusai. It's pain in the ass. It's annoying. It's bitch. It's where I learned that yes, you could care less. I couldn't care less what we watched. Let's put on Don't Hurt My Healer. Okay, I care a little bit what we watch. Oh, along those same lines, here's one that shocked me. Fanfare of Adolescence. It's a school that teaches boys how to be jockeys, and we have a boy who leaves being an idol group and goes to be a jockey because he wants to be a horse boy. And some other boy who shows up from some island and is just really good with horses, but he's never met a horse before. And we have this whole team of people that are all there so they can become jockeys one day, because in Japan, horse racing is the tits. Everybody loves horse racing, betting on horse racing. I'm sure we all saw Squid Game, where like betting on horse racing ruined people's lives. It does similar things in Japan, but they still love horse racing. Probably more than baseball, honestly, when you actually count the number of people involved with it. But holy crap, Jockey Boys doing horse stuff was not an anime for me. And then the CG horses came out, and you were like, oh no. Oh no, don't say horse boy. Vaush will show up. I dare you. I dare Vosh to show up. Tell me that fanfare of adolescence is good, because it'll just prove that he has no quality radar of any kind. He can't judge something as good or bad because he is bad, and can't qualify things as good or bad. And he would love Horseboy anime, just like Fuentes loves Catgirl anime. Squid Game disappointed you? I think Squid Game became very easy to predict. And honestly, the problem I had with Squid Game is that we really followed one character. Which, is sometimes good to like have a character that the audience can connect with, and all that. And then we get to like the big finale and blah, blah, it's whatever. I think that made it very easy to predict how the show was going to go. Plus, old guy counting people in a room where people have like just suddenly magically appeared. Of course, he's got some secret thing going on as he's there. Like, come on. The story would have been much better if they had done like a da-da-da or a Bakano style, where you have like six or 10 different characters that we're following, and actually like following those characters, getting their backstory, getting their interesting side, following them through, having each one be like the main character of an episode as we're kind of going through, we're learning about them, all this kind of stuff. And somebody in that group could just randomly lose, right? Like we could just randomly have people who are no longer in the show. And it's important that you make it so that the person you follow that episode isn't also the one that like loses, that somebody else maybe loses, or maybe they do, keep us on our toes. Because if you follow someone and they lose, then you follow someone and they lose, we kind of get the rhythm. But if you kind of shake up that rhythm, it would have been much better. It would have been a little more interesting to then like catch up with the story that we ended up with, if we had sort of been bouncing around with other people's stories and been in that sense of like, no idea who was going to like come out on top, who was supposed to be rooting for, who was going to be important, any number of things we could have not been able to guess if we weren't following main character boy. So I think it was good. I think that aspect could have made it great. He hated ReZero because he would have caught on immediately and not been a simp. When I say cat girl anime, what kind of cat girl anime? Cat Planet Cuties, of course. What? It's a silly question. The greatest cat girl anime of all time. You enjoyed the fair play aspect of it. Yep. He was number one. Both very, very interesting traits. Question: do the Japanese say the same thing before eating as when they leave the house? No. When they eat, they say itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. You've heard it in anime forever. It means essentially like, I'm receiving this food. I'm taking this food. Thank you for the food. I'm receiving it from the chef. It's sort of like I am getting this blessing. It's sort of like itadakimasu. Here it comes. When they leave, they say itekimasu. Which is like a really hyper shortening of I'm going, I'm leaving, I'm moving, I'm going, I'm out, I'm going. Like itekimasu would be I'm out. Like that's sort of the equivalent, instead of saying ikimasu. Watashi wa ikimasu. Watashi wa ikimasu. So instead of saying that, they're saying just itekimasu, as sort of a real quick version of I am going. So it's like I'm out if they're leaving. Then when they come back, it's okaidi. We've all heard that in anime. But yeah, itekimasu and itadakimasu. They are different words. Here, I'll stick them. I can put them side by side if I do this. Hold on, let me just shake up my screens here. Cat girls are not monster girls. I am not even talking about that right now. What do you think this is? Cat Girl, Monster Girl debate time? Itadakimasu. They all end in masu, even though we say itadakimasu. Yeah. You don't hear the difference, so I thought they just said, here I go in both cases. That would be funny. That would be funny. Let's share. I'll share the whole screen so we can get both windows. So here we have itadakimasu. Or when you say it, itadakimasu. It means to receive, to get, to accept, to take. So you say it as you're receiving food. Over here, we have itekimasu. And this is the expression that literally just says, I'm leaving. I'm going out. When they leave, you say itterashai, which means like go safely. Itekimasu. I'm leaving. Means I'm leaving. It's made of ite, I'm going, and kimasu, I will come. So I'm leaving and I will come back. Versus itadakimasu. This has been Learning Japanese with Blaine. So maybe even if you don't hear the difference, you at least now know there is a difference. And you can take that power with you in your day. The next show that we dropped after Horse Boys doing horsey stuff, I'm gonna come. Itema, or Kimashita, I came. You can take that to the bank. Oh my goodness. So the other one we dropped after Horse Boys was Heroines Run the Show. This is one of the ones we gave the most time. I gave this one 3 episodes. We've got Bumpkin Girl coming to Tokyo to do sprinting because track and field is her favorite thing, or hurdles, I think. She needs work. Well, it doesn't need work, but she wants work because she wants to be a helpful daughter to take care of some of her living expenses because her family back home is big and poor. So she gets a job. She ends up with a job at an agency that is a talent agency for a pop idol group, which, surprise, surprise, are the boys in her class that hate each other. And so she has a unique perspective on them, and we end up with this sort of kiss him, not me vibe of these two pretty boys that hate each other, but they need to work together, and her trying to manage them. I gave it 3. It's not for me. I've seen some people that really enjoy it. Like, I can tell that this show is quality. Like, it's got good animation. The storyline makes sense. The musical parts are really good. Some of the best parts about it are that I did see were like when the more mature, older artists were giving advice to the younger pop idol. And I was like, well, that's actually decent advice. I like that. They need to think about it as like, what do my fans want as opposed to what they want, right? So it's a very good show, just not for me. It just wasn't something that I wanted to waste a lot of time for. Because if I didn't give it more time, I would have been sexist. Yeah, you got to drop Horse Boys immediately, but Heroines Run the Show, you got to give it at least 3 before you get rid of it. You always thought they said multiple words, not one word, meaning a whole sentence. I was guessing Masu meant go. Masu, or mas, if you hear it, is just a sentence ender. It is like... if we conjugate a verb, like be being been, we change the ending of it each time. So it would be kimas is like I will come. Kimashita, I came. Kimasen, I did not come. So like you change the ending, and it tweaks what that verb means. So if you hear mas, it has nothing to do with the word. It's sort of just saying what tense that word is in. You're sexist, so you never started it. Also aired after you dropped all new shows. We like Blaine's Japanese. Have you ever watched Learning Japanese with Toshi? Oh, Toshi. It's an older one, but it's funny. Let's see. I can I can play it. It's silly enough. I can say why it's funny and everything. Is it this one? Oh, this is wrong earbud. One second here. No? I think this is hilarious. Oh, it's an English lesson. It's an English lesson. That's what it is. It's not Japanese. Sorry. Okay, no, we have to watch this. I freaking love this. We're gonna risk it. I'm going to we're not gonna piss off YouTube. Don't worry. Of course, this has nothing to do with anime, so at the worst, I'll cut it out. But I think I've got enough to say about it, that will be fine. So I'll even do this so that it's smaller. So this is English lessons if you're in Japan. Oh, hold on? Did I share this with audio? 1 second. Share tab audio. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So they're learning English, and so there's two ways to learn a foreign language, and that's to either learn the language and what it means in English, or learn how they learn English. So this is the second part of that. I want Coke with X-Ray Girl. Yes, I have seen that. So this is our little geisha friend here who is going to teach us English that is useful for everyday life. So she is going to give us a good idea about English that you always use. So we got a very simple sentence.
Good.
You're so good. So she's going to teach us the sentence. You're so good. So I'd like to know what it means in Japanese.
あなたすごすぎるです。
Anata sugosido sudo, which sugoi is like really good. Sugosido is like really, really great. So like you're so good. So it's an interesting way to learn what like sugoi means. Anata meaning you. Anata wa means that you're the subject. Sugoi suryu meaning that you are very good, right? Now, of course, this is an English lesson, so she has to use the English in a sentence. So let's see what she does with her crazy pencils going all what direction.
こういう時に使いましょう。
Yes! You're so good! Come on! Come on, Toshi! Come on, Toshi! Come on!
Come on, Toshi! Oh my goodness. That how long is this one on the internet? Amazing. I just don't understand why Toshi needs so much time to be persuaded. Oh my goodness, the comments. Damn it, Toshi, just give the lady what she wants. That's so funny. Wait, when did this lesson come out? Hold on, where do I see? I don't see a date on this page anywhere. She should have said, I want Coke, Toshi. Coke. 7 years ago. Okay, so it's been on the internet for at least 7 years. So that's Toshi. That's our friend Toshi. They're a goofball. Back to anime. Because we have shows we're still watching. That is our final category for the day. We are still watching a couple of cuckoos. We can say cuckoos. Give me the Coke. We can say a couple of cuckoos all we want. We all know it's a couple of cuckoos. Man, I sit up a lot higher in the morning, don't I, than I do at night. We'll get there, Michael. It's on the watching list. Remember, it's as good as you think it is. So it got bumped back to the watching list, and I just haven't finished it yet. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I will drive this train. I will drive this car with this chat in the back. I probably fit everybody in the back of something I own. Got a Nissan cargo van. We can just all jump in there and pile on like sausages. Couple of cuckoos. We had to wait for this one, so we're still waiting for the ending. It is fun. It is fantastic. It's romantic. It's very Nisekoi vibes. I think everybody says that. The more we watch it, the more we enjoy it. It just seems like a very fun romance. Weirdest thing about it is that freaking Seijay Nani-kun, his weird face when Umino Nagi's looking at his sister with that CG, I am an android face. Very silly. I don't like it. But the rest of the show has been great. We're getting 24 episodes, so I'm hoping we get that continuation through to the summer season. We can just keep enjoying it. We're still watching Daemon because I haven't had a second to watch it because I have been a very busy boy, but I will catch up. I will finish it. I love Daemon. I love learning about Japanese food. I love learning that whole, like, how is their found family going to work? I quite enjoy this. Who do you bet gets the guy? The woman. I think in 24 episodes, we're going to see Erica get him. Because this whole situation, I think, is a plan by her father, or his father, their father, the rich dad. The hotel owning dad has planned this whole thing out so that his son will have like a suitable bride and also have the like can-do attitude of someone who grew up in the working class. So I think he's going to end up with Erica. I think it's all this crazy like concocted scheme plan. I do really hope he ends up with Hiro though. Like I have my analytical side says this is he's going to end up with Erica because this whole thing is a plan by the dad. And the only way to get out of it is for everybody to die. Because dad always gets what he wants. The other side of me says I really hope Hiro wins because I really like the competitive spirit with Hiro. I like the way that them being together forces them both to be better. I love everything about his relationship with Hiro. And it's just great. Just great. He's going to convert to Mormonism, all according to Keikaku. Oh my goodness, that would be fantastic. His dad is an alternate reality Light. Yeah, exactly. Light, who used the Death Note to kill off all of his business competitions so that he could be the greatest hotel mogul of all of Japan. Still watching Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. I recommend this show for no one. I am watching this one just in case it does actually do something interesting with the segregated gender thing where it's like, oh, all the girls are in this ninja village because we can't introduce them to guys because they meet guys and they won't train as hard. And I'm like, well, what if we work hard together? Like, give me something. We can play with the idea of separating the gender and bringing it back. Like, that could be interesting. But so far, it's just a whole parade of meet this group of ninja girls, meet this group of ninja girls, meet this group of blah, blah, blah. And it's like, how many more? Are we done with the Zodiac? I feel like we're done with the Zodiac at this point. Yeah, plot twist, she gay. The most interesting thing about this show is the question in my head that says, is she actually going to be in love with men? She's got this, palpitations. She gets flushed. Like, she's really having those, like, anytime men come up and they mention a chin-chin, she's like, oh, baby. But is it just her thoughts? If she actually meets a guy, she's going to be like, oh, okay. That's not as cool as I was hoping it would be. Honestly, it would probably be more interesting of a show if that's how it ends. But we'll see. We've got a couple more episodes I need to get through in order to finish it off, and then we will know. I'm late, but finally made it. Well, welcome to the Bot Sniper, the fastest mouse in the West when it comes to getting rid of those Tinder porn bots. You've been missed. We've been going over all the shows we've been watching for spring, everything we finished, everything we dropped, and now we're going through the ones that we still intend to finish, or ones like Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki that I recommend nobody watch. And I'm going to watch it just in case it does have a redeeming quality. We will find out. I'm quitting heroing. I'm told has a really good twist that I get to learn about. It's part of the high dive prison that I only recently unlocked. So I am a little bit behind on that one. But I will watch it. I will finish it. I like here's how you manage people. Here's how to delegate tasks. Here's how to know that your people are listening and working hard for you, and how to encourage them in their specific skill set. Like, it's just all how to be a good manager so far. So I'm enjoying it, but I'm told that I get some kind of fun twist with the main character as to his motivation. We already found the big twist about his power, so I'm excited to see kind of where it goes. You never listen to anyone tell you what to do. You make your own choices. You gotta tell me what to do. I'm quitting heroing. No, you can do whatever you want to do, but if you find yourself agreeing with me as I speak, then listen to me and don't watch Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. Miss Shachiku and the Little Baby Ghost, I probably could use an episode this weekend. I have kind of stopped watching it around episode 5 or so, but man, if you need a little purification, watch that one. A nice twist at the end. Okay, I'm excited. Like I've been told that it'll end really well, so I'm stoked for that. Hail, Dennis. How goes it? I would have liked to see your actual presentation. I think you do really well with those, so I was stoked. I'm sad that technology didn't let us do what we wanted to do, but we'll get it on the next one. We'll get it on the next one, Family Month or whatever he's got coming on. But yeah, might be on for a while. Can't be on for a while. You told me part of the ending on Brandon's channel. You probably did. I have like a weird brain where if someone spoils something for me and then I know it's a spoiler, I will like forget it until I watch the thing and I immediately remember, oh, I know how this ends. So we'll see. I at least know the character's past at this point, and the sort of main goal of the Demon Queen. So I'm at least there with it. Shikimori is not just a cutie, has been sitting at 8 watched episodes for a while, and Michael keeps asking, when are we gonna finish Shikimori? Whenever the hell I decide I finally want to watch it. I especially now with Bastard out, I don't know that I'm actually gonna finish it. Shikimori may get dropped. It may get dropped at 8 because there's just not much more that I need to see. Your wife has gone into the store. Oh no. One Piece spoiler, it's good. Depending on the store, you could be. Should we send food? Send us your geolocation, and we'll send a DoorDash. You're an episode behind TPP. Don't worry. All right, good. We also started Dawn of the Witch. I like Dawn of the Witch. I like the idea of magic being like a new thing and being very prejudiced against. We have this like very angry church that is going against them. It's a fun show. I'm only halfway through this season. It kind of mellowed off when they got to the village, so I kind of just stopped wanting to watch the next one. We'll see. Either I'll just binge it real quick on a weekend that I have nothing else to do, or it'll just get dropped in a month's time. A nice follow-up on Zero. I didn't know it was a follow-up on Zero. I've been watching it without having seen Grimoire of Zero. And I've enjoyed it even without knowing about Grimoire of Zero. Have I watched Agretzko? I have watched Agretzko. I love so much Sanrio, and especially, like, you take animals and put them in people situations. You give me Zootopia. You give me Beastars. One of my favorites, BNA. I love it. I love the ability to use animals to immediately give some sort of characterization to something. And then the beauty of Agretzko is that you twist it. You say, oh, cute, cuddly red panda with heavy metal. And, you know, it just all of the characters, you know, have like, this is who they are as an animal, but then there's like a twist to their character that I just freaking love. Just fantastic. Very, very good show. I have not seen the second season. I've only seen the first season. Anthropomorphic. Yes, it is. And the use of anthropomorphism in the characterization. That's the important part. There's a lot of things that just have animal characters. Like, I think if you think back to like the original Disney's version of Robin Hood with the fox and everything, there's not really a lot animal necessity wise other than like the turtle and the snake, right? Like they kind of their character actually mixes with sort of the characterization, right? So, you know, you've got to actually get something that really uses the animal characteristics as part of the characteristics of the character. I've said character too many times now. Anthropomorphic equals Monster Girl. Does it? Because to me, anthropomorphic is just the animal. Is just a wolf, is just a sheep, is just a fox. They just happen to be able to talk or do human things. They have hands instead of paws or, you know, whatever it is. So they can actually do things. I don't know that anthropomorphic would equal Monster Girl. You're gonna need a new addenda on your video, I think. Man, my nose is itchy. Itchy nose. These allergies are killing me. Executioner and Her Way of Life. Here on Annie List, it says 10 out of 12. I think I watched episode 11. I know I've watched the Pandemonium one. I've heard the ending is really good. I am excited to see it. I think this is a fun series. Just the idea of it's like reverse setting isekai instead of like reverse isekai is the devil comes to our world and gets a part-time job at Whack-Donald's or McDonald's. I don't remember what it is. And then Executioner, we're in the other world where Japanese people keep showing up and we have to deal with it. I love the show. I love the idea of the show. A lot of people said it tanks halfway through. Felt pretty similar all the way through to me. So I'm not sure what I missed there. But I quite enjoy that one. Quite enjoy that. McDonald's. Yes, that's what it is. McDonald's. What's Whack-Donald's from? Hold on. Whack-Donald's. Dark Elf comes to our world to work at Popeyes. Oh, shouldn't it be the orcs that do that? Whack Donalds was in I Love You. Okay. Whack Donaldo. Inuyasha. Here it is again. Is it just Inuyasha? Oh, it's so funny. So funny. Good memory there, Dennis. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. We all laughed. We all laughed at PS2 Turtle, and then they drew the turtle for one scene, and we're like, hey, look, you can draw a turtle, and then it went right back to CG Turtle, and then all of a sudden we were somewhere else entirely. So I'm 7 episodes in to Shield Hero Season 2, and it just feels like nobody cares. I might end up dropping it. Like, at this rate, I don't think I'm going to finish Shield Hero Season 2. As of right now, it's not tugging at me at all to come back and watch it. So I'm really feeling like that one's going to end up being a drop. If you like Shield Hero, watch Season 1, enjoy Season 1, and forget about Season 2 at this point. Orcs aren't actually based off of black people. Common thing people make up about Lord of the Rings. Yes, that is the meme. That is the meme reference I was alluding to there. Termai Rome Novi, the Roman bathhouse designer who gets sucked away to modern Japan and learns about sentos and bathhouses and onsens in Japan, and brings that information and, to the best of their ability, that technology back to ancient Rome. And it's fantastic and it's hilarious. As someone who really loves Japanese bathhouses with like the milk and with the hot water, the monkeys, just everything about bathhouses, fruits floating in the baths. It's so much fun to watch this show. Plus, every episode also has a little tourism bit. Quite enjoy that. But it's not like a really riveting, like have to watch it. I just enjoy it because it's there. Already dropped it after the first season. Yeah, no, and first season's all you need, really. Hello, wavy hand, Steven Ransom. You finished it. Season 2 wasn't really impressive. It felt like there was something missing. Yeah, and the best part is fans upset by the turtle arc. Author says it was a boring arc that he wrote. And it's like, the guy that wrote it was like, I wasn't really into it. Well, then why should I watch it? Why should I read it? You're like, yeah, that wasn't my best. I could have done better. Then why did you do it? Because your editor was like, I need something. You're like, all right, fine, giant turtle, go. It's just silly. Trapped in a dating sim. The world of Otome games is tough for mobs. I am watching it in the dub. So as of right now, I'm on episode 9 or 10. It is a fun one to watch in the dub. We've got new blood, 2 very new voice actors, a couple older voice actors, but a lot of the new blood at Crunchyroll Funimation. So it's really fun to hear new voices getting a chance to do something in a show that's just fun. It's just goofy fun. Like, they can get behind the mic and they can just have fun. Plus the show is great. Like, I'm excited to see kind of how it ends. It's a weird dating sim that the guy absolutely hates, and he only played it because his sister wanted him to beat it for her. It's great. It is freaking great. And it has drawn mechs. It has really cool mechs and stuff. And the fact you've got mechs in a weird fantasy world is also great. And it needs to be enjoyed by more people. And again, I'm really having fun with the dub. The dub used the term jabroni correctly, right? Like, everybody is standing there and like they don't want to fight. They're like, well, we're just gonna die anyway. And he's like, well, you can die like a bunch of jabronis. It's like, yeah, that's what a jabroni is. It's all the people that die in the background of Gundam. Like, I get it. Cool. Using correct terminology correctly always makes it for more fun, because I think in Japanese it just says bakarayo or something like that, like a bunch of idiots. So twisting idiots into jabronis gosh, it makes sense for someone who just plays a ton of video games and is really familiar with this video game to use a term that's a very anime/gamer term in the West. So I am quite enjoying it as a dubbed show. Finally, we come to Tomodachi Game. Tomodachi Game started out interesting. Group of friends sucked into a game. You've seen Darwin's Game. You've seen King's Game. You've seen all of the game shows. We know that when you put game in and we have a mascot character, we're going to get some form of Saw, but Japanese. Some form of battle royale, something like that, right? So we get a game show style one where we're going to have all of our friends either work together or not in order to get through these games. And it starts, and then a few episodes in, it says, actually, I'm the reason that we're in the game. We're a few episodes in, and this is a big mystery that we had at the start, and you're already answering that mystery, so I don't know what the next mystery is. Maybe it's a feint. Maybe there's double. I don't know. But if this is true, I'm dropping it because I don't care anymore, because now I know who got us into the game. Sure enough, they're the ones who did it. So I dropped it. We all know I dropped it. We've all heard the lore. I said, this gave away the one question block I had. I'm done. And then, the internet. Similar to Fruits Basket Prelude, where I think that author was in a different movie theater at the time, the internet was watching a different show from me. And they all said, wow, that was such a great episode. Whoa, such a great episode. Oh, this is so great. I can't wait for it. And I said, either this show has a really good twist, or it's just not that great. To which someone replied, the infamous words, the words that could pull a show out of the depths of my drop list and put it back on my watch list. It's as good as you think it is. Do you think I like the show? And you think it's a good show? Do you think the show is only good if you think it's good? What made you write this? What in your brain said, oh, this person wonders if there's a good twist or if the show is kind of the more middling boring of the whole thing? I'll let him know, but I'll be trite. I'll be secretive about it. I'll use a code phrase. It's as good as you think it is. Yes, it is. It's good. You think it good. It good as you think. What does it mean? I had to figure out what it means, so I put it back on my watch list. And then I was inundated with, oh my gosh, Light Yagami knew the whole time. Oh my gosh, Light Yagami was able to plan ahead. Oh, he knew 10 episodes ago. Can you go back and spot the points where he knew, like Dora the Explorer? We're gonna give out the answer in 3, 2, it's as dumb as you think it is. What is going on? I'm looking for the secret that I will find with these baddies. He's the best boy this season. This manipulative weirdo is taking Best Boy away from Fudo. They were who we thought they were when we let them off the hook. They just skip boring arcs from the book. Yeah, if you have the mangaka like working with you on the screenplay for the direction, the writing, the anime, yeah, you can be like, you know what, I didn't quite like this one. Because there's plenty of material from what I understand. It's a light novel, isn't it? It's not even a manga, so it's not like it takes weeks to produce a chapter or something like that. That's a top show this season for a lot of people. Yeah. She actually came out in a timely manner. Oh, good. So I've got 2 episodes left of Tomodachi Game. And in these 2 episodes, we will find out what the show being as good as I think it is means. You're heading home. Congratulations! You're heading home, and I can finally head home. I can finally land this ship now that I'm done talking about Tomodachi Game, which is... I want to drop it just by the principle of the matter, but at the same time, like Mike said, that's a top show of the season for a lot of people. It's the best boy. It's got #1 in the best boy competition, and Culver and Bear is a votable character. People think the lead of this is better than Fudo and Culver and Bear. What life-ruining stuff was revealed about the friends before they dipped? I have no idea. But I think this show being a lot of people's like favorite or really, I really like this show, really kind of goes to show that there's sort of a gap for the new generation. We need another good Death Note for the modern anime fan. Like that, like a good Sherlock Holmes, but kind of twisted character who, in their goal for what's best in life, ends up hurting people along the way. Like, you know, that anti-hero that we can all say, yeah, you know, the way he did it was like not great, but you know, can't argue with some results. Can't argue with those results. Like, we need a really, really good 50 episode, like at least a 2 or 3 season show that gives us that really good cat and mouse, I'm a twisted manipulative bad guy, but I'm doing good. Because for me, Tomodachi Game falls so flat compared to all of the other, it was me all along, I knew, and that's why I moved my pawn to Queen 4 20 moves ago, because I knew you'd move your king there. You know, whatever bold crap we get. Like Code Geass. Yeah, a Code Geass, you know, there's a lot of them out there, but there's only a few that are fantastic, right? Code Geass, from everything I can tell, is great. A lot of people really like it. People that I trust the opinion of really like it. I've seen Death Note. I really like the original Death Note. It works very well. It's got that good play on stuff. Moriarty, the Patriot, is so good, but just lost in the marketing department. I don't know what happened, because the idea of taking Moriarty, the evil bad guy in Sherlock Holmes, and turning him into a sympathetic, making the world better kind of character is fantastic. I really wanted Moriarty the Patriot to be the new Death Note. But you talk to people and they're like, oh, I haven't heard of that. Oh, I've never heard of that. Oh, I've never heard of that. Like that's the phrase every time. No one has ever heard of Moriarty the Patriot. And it's so freaking good. It is classic, like actual to the book Sherlock Holmes. It is taking all of the ideas of Moriarty and just turning them up to 11 with a sympathetic story that makes you be like, okay, I get it. And not only do I get it and I want you to win. Like that's the best part. How come nobody told me this rubber band was not attached? Come on, chat, you're sleeping on me. You get it and you want him to win. Like it's fun to watch Sherlock solve mysteries, right? But to watch Moriarty set up a mystery is even more fun. So I think that show missed out on marketing or something. Like something just didn't click with the world. maybe they were drawn a little too realistically. Maybe we need a little more of a cartoony version, because like Death Note has realistic in the anime sense characters, but they're still very, very anime when you look at them. And then if you look at Moriarty the Patriot, it feels like a seinen, like a very adult animated show where they're very like normally proportioned and everything. Very, very interesting. So we'll see. Something will be coming around the corner. Konbanwa, Kampai, Banzai! I like the trio you've got going on. Good evening, cheers, and like a big blessing of you to the future. Oh man. So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see what happens in the summer. We had a fantastic spring. It, like we said, Dress Up Darling probably still my favorite, but there were some real bangers that we enjoyed in this spring season. We are awash with choices. We are in a wonderful place as a community. And if you want to follow along, make sure you get all of the notifications. Make sure you like and share this video with everybody so that we can continue to grow here and get more people that have fun and interesting takes. Like, imagine if we get someone who like agrees with Michael. Like, let's just keep sharing this video until we find people that agree that cat girls aren't monster girls in the same way that other monster girls are monster girls. Like, that's our goal. We need to balance out the scales when it comes to the chat. So let's keep growing this community. Let's keep doing it. Let's build it up. I've got the Blaine's Escape Corner.locals.com where I post all of the notifications first. So if you want to make sure you get notifications for when stuff happens, go join Locals. It's absolutely free right now. It will definitely have to be there. You'll have people agree after Wednesday. All right. I'm stoked. Steven, I hope you're getting prepped. I hope you're watching every video on Monster Girls that you can find in preparation. Cause you may win the word war, but I don't know. I think Michael may be our local expert and we just disagree with his takes. It's like the first guy who noticed that like the Ice Age was ending and he was like, guys, we don't need coats anymore. And you're all like, what? You're an idiot. There's ice everywhere. And he's like, no, it's getting warmer. It's going to be fine. I worry that that's what this is. The canary in the coal mine of my belief in cat girls. So I believe in you. I believe in you, Steven. You can do this. Anyway, having fun. We love it around here. Good to see everyone. Tomorrow is Friday. It's also the 1st. I have a lot of prep work to do because I have our barbecue is going to be on Saturday instead. So if you like food, if you like the cooking and things that I do, jump on Locals, because anything I post there is gonna be a little more of that like that personal stuff of like, hey, here's my rub recipe, here's me slapping some pork shoulder on the barbecue and we're gonna cube it up and make some burn ends, a little more of that fun stuff we can chat about. Like I said, it's all free. I don't see a reason for it to be monetized at this point. Maybe in the future we come up with something that makes it a reason to be monetized, but for right now, no reason on that. Also, Canada Day on Friday. Whoo, baby. You think you've got good philosophical grounds? Wow. You talking Nietzsche philosophy, or are we bringing in what's his face who slept with dogs? Oh no. Cat girls are not monsters, especially compared to real girls. We do got them. Oh my goodness. Kitty Bear Stephen Paul, which apparently is a euphemism for boner. So Kitty Bear Boner. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we already did it. I thought for sure we wouldn't find a cat girls aren't monster girls faction until much later in this channel's life. I am so proud that we have done it so quickly. We've done it before we even hit 200 subs. Congratulations, everybody. I don't know if that speaks to the people that I attract or if that is you bringing them in. Just solid intellectual arguments. Okay, good. And yes, especially compared to real girls like Amber H. They're that ex Aquaman starlet is something else, that is for sure. Anyway, I am going to call it. Thank you everyone for coming by and chatting. Oh, I'm sorry, let me finish what I was saying. I have a lot of prep work to do, as well as like not just food prep, but also like patio prep. Make sure there's room for people. Make sure we have the chairs. Like I've got a lot of crap to do on top of, like I said, I just got the approval for a new job or new task. So we'll jump on that contract here. So I got quite a bit to do tomorrow. So there's a 50-50 chance that we don't have a stream tomorrow. And if we do have a stream, it will probably just be our classic fun time hangout where we send that chat link around. But as of right now, it's going to be a long Saturday for me. So I'll probably be getting out for that. So assume no, but maybe on a stream tomorrow. So we'll figure that out when we come to it. But you're going to clean the outside table tomorrow. I also have to clean the outside table tomorrow, among other things. 20% that watch your show believe cat girls are not monster girls. Yeah, and that number is increasing rapidly. There's a higher percentage of people that watch my show that think cat girls are not monster girls, that's in chat, than there are females in chat. Significantly. That's crazy. Real life cat girls are the bomb. Watch Farscape. I love Farscape. I miss a lot of those old like funny sci-fi shows that are like kind of goofy looking, fun stuff. Miss Poop was a monster girl. She'd be half snake or half dumb spider. Dumb spider. Oh, I think he insulted both of your favorites. Half snake with the Lamia and then dumb spider with Jorogumo. Dog wolf girls are also not monster girls? Then what are they? What is a female werewolf if not a monster girl? Mike with the stats. Amber can't spin a solid web. That's an entendre. A doubled. You got a poop joke and a lies joke. That's a good one. I gotta shut this down before you and Kitty Bear Boner over there get any deeper into this monster girl chat. Thank you everybody for coming by. We had a great spring and I cannot wait to enjoy the summer with you. We're gonna have some great shows. We've got Bastard already airing, a bunch of stuff coming out next week that we can stay on top of. We've got our list. If you go down into the link, there's my Annie list link. You can click it, and then you can filter by my summer 2010 list if you want to keep up with what I am keeping up with. This is what we have a Discord for. Yeah. Go join the Discord. I like the cut of your jibs. There's a difference between wolf/dog girl and werewolf. Werewolves are monsters? No. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna... The problem is I never click the button to make the Discord link permanent. But here, I'm just gonna send... Here's the Discord link. There's the invite to the Discord. We can continue monster chat in the, I don't care where you do it, general or anime. You can go in either one. We could talk about animals there. Keep it what I actually does what are discords? The only term of service, the TOS I know on Discord is the if you get banned somewhere else, they might ban you on Discord. That's the only one I'm aware of. But don't get my Discord shut down. But feel free to tell me why monster girls are not wolf or dog girls or cat girls. Discord is anti-lolly. Okay, good to know. It sounds like you know the rules, so you may have just earned yourself a moderatorship of the Discord, because I don't know the rules, honestly. So worst things worst, I can make a new one, I guess, and then we can burn that one down, but we'll find out. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful night. Have a safe weekend. People always light off their fireworks early. I know it's exciting. People do it anyway. Just expect those loud booms and those sparkles and those shiny lights when you're driving around. Don't freak out. Stay safe. Keep all your fingers. If you do want to light something, make sure you're holding it in tongs or at least throwing it before it explodes. Please just be safe. Have fun. At the end of the day, you know what? Don't be safe. Just have fun. As long as you have fun, who cares? You lose a finger. Did you have fun? Did you have a blast? I want everybody to have a great 4th of July weekend. Apparently Canada Day is tomorrow. But let's have a wonderful weekend. And again, I'll let you know, as of right now, no stream tomorrow, but I may do a little surprise pop in. But so keep your ears out. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and enjoy the monster chat in Discord. See ya, everybody. Kanpai.